The ultimate team of the season is coming soon, and we are going to have the best players and the best cards in packs. As expected, everyone is going to be sweating in foot champs as well as division rivals. So you might need to add some extra tricks for you on the attack, so that's the reason why I am here today. On this video, I'm going to show you the best tricks to perform at the moment with the gameplay that we are playing. I'm talking about passing, dribbling, shooting, build up, everything that you need on the attack. With that being said, let's jump straight into the video. Wanna upgrade your team and use the best players? Whether you are on PlayStation, Xbox or PC, Loot Bar has got your back, and here's how easy it is. Pick your platform, choose the coins amount and hit buy. Don't forget to use the code Y5K for an extra 80% off. Not only that, also you'll get an extra 10% bonus coins. With 15,000 verified 4.9 out of 5-star review, cheap, safe, with fast delivery, and many huge content creators are using Loot Bar. Don't forget to use the code Y5K for maximum savings. You can find the link down in the description and on the top comment. And now let's jump straight into the video. The first trick that we are going to talk about has to do with passing. I'm talking about a swerve through pass. Now, if you have never performed a swerve through pass or a curved through pass, let me just say it can be better than a normal through pass in many situations, but sometimes of course a normal through pass will do the job, but there are some situations where you have to go for a curved through pass so you can deliver the ball to your attacker. For example, when there is a defender that might intercept the ball, you can play a curved through pass around the defender. This is an example as you can see on your screen. When you are on the wing, for example, you want to play a through pass around the defender. This is the perfect time to use a curved through pass. Basically it's a normal through pass, but it will have that curve. It can curve between two defenders, for example, or when you want to play it around a defender, this is the perfect time to play a swerve pass or a curve pass. At the same time, you can play it using a Trivela. If you are using a player who has got the Trivela playstyle, the normal playstyle, it doesn't have to be the playstyle plus, just the normal Trivela. With that, hold down the L2 and then play a through pass. It's going to be a Trivela pass and it will do the same job. You will get that curve on the pass, and like I said, play it around the defenders. All you have to do, hold down the L2 or the LT button on Xbox and play a through pass with at least 2 or 3 bars of power, because if you put only 1 bar of power, that time you play is going to perform a flare pass. You don't want to see that, of course, so at least 2 or 2.5 bars of power. Let's move on into the next trick and let's talk about dribbling. Now, for the dribbling, you have got so many tricks that you can perform. One of my favorites, it's going to be the Agile Dribbling. Use it to move away from the defenders. Let me show you how to use the Agile Dribbling in game. It's one of my favorite tricks to do on the attack, especially when I am playing against someone who uses the high pressure and the high depth. Now, to perform the Agile Dribbling, all you have to do, hold on the R2 and the L2 on PlayStation or the RT and the LT on Xbox at the same time, and then move backward with your player, or of course you can move your player to the right or to the left. But how I recommend you to use the Agile Dribbling, it's going to be move him backward, move your player backward. When I see my opponent is using the high pressure, I trigger another player to get in behind, and then using the Agile Dribbling, when my opponent go for a stand tackle, he cannot get the ball, because using the Agile Dribbling, your player is gonna keep the ball between his legs, and when I move backward with the Agile Dribbling, my player is gonna keep facing forward. With that, I can play a through pass. So if I escaped from the defender using the Agile Dribbling, my player is gonna keep facing forward, although I'm moving with him backward. With that, you will have the vision. If there's one of your players trying to get in behind, you can play it with him. The beauty of the Agile Dribbling, your player is gonna keep facing forward when you are going backward with him. That's what makes it absolutely fantastic. And like I said, when you are playing against someone who uses the high pressure, the Agile Dribbling and this trick that I'm talking about, if you trigger one of your players to get in behind and then use the Agile Dribbling backward, it's literally one of the best ways to break the defense line. Moving on into the next trick, let's keep talking about dribbling, this time skill moves. I'm not gonna talk about a specific skill move, no. What I'm going to talk about is the power shot cancel. One of the best ways to get past the defenders, especially when you are on the edge of the box, you wanna cut inside the box. Cancelling a power shot is so effective in this game. I have said this in many videos and I'm still using it, to be honest. How to cancel a power shot? All you have to do, perform a power shot. Hold on the R1 and the L1 on PlayStation and then shoot, or if you are on Xbox, hold on the RB and the LB and then shoot. But before your player actually shoot, what you have to do, you have to perform a skill move, and that skill move can be anything. You can go with an elastico, a reverse elastico, anything you want, but what I recommend you is, first thing first is going to be the ball roll. Just a normal ball roll will do the job, and of course you will cancel the skill move. And as we all know about the ball roll, it's really simple and effective, and it can get you out of tight positions. The second skill move that I recommend you to go with is the roulette, and when I wanna cut inside the box, I'm always cancelling the power shots with a roulette. As we all know about the roulette, it's a 1v1 skill move, so it's absolutely fantastic to cancel a power shot with the roulette, because it's a 1v1 skill move. Your player is gonna keep the ball between his legs, and you're gonna keep going forward with your player. And the third skill move, you can go just with a normal fake shot, and if you are using a player who has got the trickster playstyle, of course, that time he's going to perform a fake shot ball roll. You are going to see your player performing a ball roll, but of course, as we all know, it's a better than a normal ball roll. With a player who has got the trickster playstyle, your player is going to perform it quicker and better than a normal ball roll. In the end, there's so many skill moves that you can use to cancel a power shot, and cancelling a power shot is really good in this game, and it can be your favorite trick to perform on the attack. Let's move on into the next trick, and let's talk about shooting. As we all know, the load driven playstyle plus is literally the mirror at the moment. Almost everyone is finishing using the load driven shot, and to be fair, it is by far the best way to finish in this game. Now, if you want to get the best out of the load driven playstyle plus or the load driven shot in general, you have to go with a Trivela load driven shot. It can make you a clinical finisher inside the box. Now, to perform a Trivela load driven shot, you don't have to hold anything. It's not like going with a normal Trivela outside the box. No, when you want to go for a Trivela load driven shot, you don't have to hold anything. As long as your player is inside the box, all you have to do, you have to be using a player who has got the Trivela playstyle, just the normal playstyle. And the second thing, your player should go with a Trivela by himself. What I'm talking about is you have to position your player perfect so he can go for a Trivela by himself. As you can see from these clips, I was using a player who is left-footed, and of course he has got the load driven playstyle plus and the Trivela playstyle. With that, all I have to do now, position him right so he can go for a Trivela by himself. And as you can see from these clips, sometimes I go with a fake shot just to get my player to the right angle so he can go for a Trivela by himself. And when you start using the Trivela load driven shot, trust me, there's no way back. You're gonna see how broken it is in game, and you can score literally goals and goals using a Trivela load driven shot. As we all know, the load driven playstyle plus is literally the mirror at the moment. Next up, let's talk about build up. This is a must if you want to play on high divisions or if you want to get a high rank on foot champs. Of course, I'm talking about triggering you players to get in behind. With the gameplay that we are playing, ladies and gentlemen, you have to trigger your players to get in behind. Now, you can use a trick that I call a fake run. All you have to do, trigger one of your players to get in behind. With that, if you are playing against someone who uses the high pressure, what will happen in game? He will push the defense line further back, and you don't have to play it for him. At least you are going to see more motion on the attack. Not only that, also when you are building up in general, triggering your players to get in behind is really important in this game. All you have to do, aim at the player that you wanted to get in behind, and then press the L1 button on PlayStation or the LB button on Xbox, and you're gonna see your player trying to get in behind. Or when you are about to pass the ball, all you have to do, hold on the L1 and then pass the ball. After your player pass the ball, you're gonna see him trying to get in behind and trying to break the defense line. And the triggering your players to get in behind is really important in this game. Sometimes you see your player in a really good position after you trigger him so you can play that through pass to him, and sometimes, like I said, use it as a fake run. Use it to get more motion on the attack and to confuse your opponent. When your opponent see one of the players trying to get in behind, of course he's gonna try to cover him. With that, it will give you more space and more options on the attack. Basically, triggering your players is a must in this game. Next up, let's go back and talk about passing, and let's talk about a specific cross that is literally the best cross and the only cross that I perform in this game. That's going to be a Trivela cross, and this trick that I'm going to show you works perfectly if you are using the 4-2-1-3 formation, for example, or basically any formation that has got a right wing and a left wing. The reason for that is when you cross the ball using a Trivela cross from your right wing to your left wing, that time you play is not gonna cross it to his head. No, he is going to cross it to his feet, and then of course you can finish, because as we all know, headers in this game does not work at all. So when you cross the ball using a Trivela cross from your right wing to your left wing using a Trivela cross, ladies and gentlemen, this thing is just broken, especially when you are going for a counter attack. How to perform it? First thing first, you have to be using a player who's got the Trivela playstyle, the normal white playstyle. Second thing, your player should be in a good position where he can perform a Trivela using his strong foot, and then all you have to do, hold on the L2 or the LT and then cross using at least 2 bars of power. If you put a lot of power, of course it's gonna go to the player who's on the far post. For example, if you are using the 4-2-1-3 formation, it will go from your right wing to your left wing, for example. Or if you put a little power on the cross, that time it's gonna go to your striker and it's gonna go to his head. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, these are all the tricks that I have got for you on this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. With the gameplay that we are playing, these are in my opinion the best tricks to perform at the moment. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.